Junction, what's your function?
Hooking up two boxcars and making them run right. Milk and honey, bread and butter, peas and rice.
Hey, that's nice.
Dirty but happy, digging and scratching, losing your shoe and a button or two. He's poor but honest, sad but true. Boo-hoo!
I love that. I love that. James Jarman in the house from Mohave Community College. Of course, he's the executive director of college communications, so we got to play the Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, we got to get. Why, they need to start showing those more on, Saturday mornings and after school when kids are logged in. Yeah.
I always knew it was time to get dressed for a soccer game when I saw that on TV. Oh, that's it. Schoolhouse Rock is on.
Streaming them, stream those onto the Peacock channel. And, all those,
right.
All that. Yeah.
The really good one is I'm just a Bill. Yes, I'm only a Bill.
Great.
That'll teach you everything you know about Capitol Hill, and that right there, that Schoolhouse Rock version of I'm Just a Bill is probably 50% more knowledge in that clip than most people have on Capitol Hill right now.
Oh, yeah, most people,
Just saying.
I remember, third grade seeing that.
Right.
And then once you learn civics, you learn about, the process of becoming a lawyer. You're like, oh, it's like Schoolhouse Rock.
Here's how the sausage is made. Exactly. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. It's Friday, January 26th, 2024. Just in time for the weekend. Looks like it's going to be like 75 by Sunday or even warmer.
Yeah.
The wind's going to be here today and tomorrow, it looks like, but Sunday probably calm down a little bit. Pretty good chance of rain on Thursday, especially on your Kingman campus.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They've had quite a bit up there, and it's I live in Bullhead, so I drive up there. The office is in Kingman, so I get 5 days a week. I see the temperature difference. That's usually 10 to 15 degrees, and then not too long ago, I got to the top of the hill just outside of Bullhead, heading to the campus. Snow. It was snowing up there at about 6 in the morning.
At Union Pass?
Yeah. And so I tried, and I have a little car, and it's not four-wheel drive, so I was like, I think I'm going to work out of Bullhead today.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone have to use chains on Union Pass, though. So.
No, but it was sticking, and the car was doing a little sliding around there.
There's a sign. There's an elevation sign up there. What is it like?
Yeah, it's about 3,300.
3,300. Okay, because there's Union Pass and then there's Sitgreaves Pass. You've been on that one. That's taking the long way to Kingman through Oatman.
Mm-hmm.
It's the shortest distance, but the longest ride.
Yeah, I went that way when there was an accident once at the interchange at 40 and whatever the highway is to turn off to Bullhead there, and 93. And went down around. I'll go through Oatman. Yeah, it does take a while.
It's 33 miles. It takes an hour. I used to do it from Mojave Valley. It was just like the quickest. Distance-wise, it was 33 miles. I clocked it.
Yeah.
But all the twists and turns and slowdowns and getting behind people, and it was like an hour.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. But anyway, great show today, and we'll learn everything there is to know right now. What's happening with Mohave Community College?
Current news and events, and classes and all that.
I got to get your little marketing take. I don't know. You did sports at one time, didn't you?
No, I did. I was a news anchor, newsroom manager. So kind of anything into the TV news business.
About what era?
Handled all that.
About what era?
Well, it was from, I graduated, I got it, my first job was in 1992 at a CBS affiliate on the Southern Oregon coast.
I worked in TV in 92.
Did you? Yeah. And then all the way through till I moved out here, which was 25 years in the business. I moved out here at the end of 2016, started 2017.
Did they allow beards in those days too?
No. That's if you see me now, it's you'll rarely ever see the skin on my face, because I have a beard and don't have to worry about. I did 25 years of shaving, 25 years of worrying about your hair. Don't have to worry about any of that anymore.
Right. So what's your take on Championship Sunday? Do you have a team that's still in the NFL playoffs?
No, I don't. But
you're a Broncos fan, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Colorado, like the Broncos. But I was trying to get into the Cardinals for a while, and so I'm a homer. I try to support the home team.
Nice.
And so but I'm split now between the Raiders and the Cardinals. So because we're up here, we're all closer to Vegas than we are to Phoenix. But I do keep track of both of them.
I like that new coach of the Raiders. I like Antonio Pierce a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be a Raiders fan for, 35 years, but then I started working here. It was the Kurt Warner era, and it was just so easy to become a Cardinals fan. And now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I totally get it. But anyway, Championship Sunday starts at noon on the sports station. The Chiefs at Baltimore.
Yeah.
Which should be really interesting.
Yeah, my wife is from Maryland, so
really
half the house for Baltimore, and then my son's cheering for the Chiefs. So so it'll be fun.
So now there's concerns about the luxury boxes in Baltimore because of Taylor Swift's security, providing security for Taylor, right? Providing security for Jason Kelsey, who's out of the playoffs now, possibly retiring from the Philadelphia Eagles. So yeah, you got that whole Taylor Swift dynamic now. Anytime the Chiefs play anywhere.
Yeah.
So that starts, pregame is at noon, and then the Lions, which is the team I really like this year because of Dan Campbell, the coach of the Lions, at San Francisco. I give them a chance if Deebo Samuel's hurt. That's about it.
Yeah.
So if Deebo's hurt, or McCaffrey, or possibly Purdy, then the Lions got a shot. But I don't know, man. It just looks like a lot of team, a lot of power on paper. So Lions at Niners. The pregame's at 4:30, kickoff around 5:00. So that's all 94.3, 100.5, 980 AM.
Yeah.
The full schedule, including the Kentucky Wildcats at Arkansas Razorbacks, which is tomorrow, college basketball, is at KNTRsports.com.
Well, and with Purdy from Arizona.
Yeah.
When I found that out and read up a little about him, just started pulling for the 49ers.
Just another lost homegrown opportunity during the Steve Keim era. No, and Brandon Ayuk, same thing. He's not from here, but he went to ASU. So, and I realize those are draft picks and that, but Purdy wasn't highly drafted.
Yeah, where did he play? Was it he was in Iowa. He was in a smaller college. He went to a smaller college.
Yeah, I can't remember. Somebody will probably call in and let us
They'll
know.
Yeah.
So, anyway, if you want to talk to us, it's 928-854-KNTR, 928-854-5687. I almost hid the last 2 rodeo tickets that I have with your business card because they're about the same size. So, I have 2 tickets. Call during the break. They're general admission for Sunday, and that's the Delbert Days and Grand Canyon Pro Rodeo. Delbert Days at 10 o'clock. And the Grand Canyon Pro Rodeo starts at 1, goes from 1 to 4. These are general admission seats. Not sure what they go. I think they're 15 possibly at the gate. Yeah. But anyway, we'll save you some cheddar.
Rodeo's always fun.
Yeah, that can be fun. Absolutely.
Yeah.
1 o'clock though, I'll be watching the Chiefs. So there you go. All right, let's take a phone call. Somebody thinks they can win tickets right now, and they were hearing me but not listening. Right? Is that how that works? Active listening.
Yeah, that's it.
Caller, you're live on Speak Out.
I'm calling for the tickets.
Yeah, I mentioned call during the break. I need a phone number when you call in, and I don't think you want to give that out over the air.
Oh, no. I'll call during the break. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I missed that.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See?
You need a behind-the-scenes producer that can take the calls and then take their information and talk to them. Yeah, we're a one-man band show here, though. Yeah.
You know why we don't have a suggestion box here at Radio Central? Just kidding. Anyway, let's talk about coming up is 12-week classes that start February 6th already?
Yeah. So we started the semester at the beginning of January, kind of mid-January. I think it's the second week. Actually, January 8th. So that's when the spring semester started, and the spring semester also includes 12. So those were the 15-week classes. It also includes 12-week classes and 8-week classes. So a little shorter versions of the semester classes.
Oh.
But the 12-week classes, they're going to kick off on February 6th, and then the second round of 8-week classes are going to start on March 1st. So there's still time. If you go to mohave.edu and click, if you're a new student, just click the Apply Now button, and that'll take you to the application site where you can create a student account, put in your information. As soon as you get your information in there, you'll get a message from the college, and then somebody will reach out and help walk you through the process.
Is there a difference, though, besides the length of time that you're taking the class, different types of courses?
Yeah. So the full slate of classes, if you want to call it that, is the full semester, those 15-week classes that started on January 8th. And then we have a limited version or a shortened version of of 12-week classes.
Okay.
And then there's the 8-week classes are more limited as far as the options for classes. But there's still a lot of great classes available out there. And then on February 20th, we're going to start the registration window or the sign-up window for fall semester starts. And fall semester begins towards the end of August. But if you get in there now, we always encourage people to get in, fill out the application, start signing up now so that you can get in the classes that you're going to want and need. So a lot of the popular classes, of course, English 101, English 102, they're the requirements, those core requirements. You want to get in as soon as you can so you can lock your space in those classes.
Can you get those during the summer too, you think?
Yeah, and we have summer classes that we're signing people up for summer as well, and the summer classes start at the end of May. Some limited class options there too compared to the full semesters, but you can still get in some of those core classes, get those out of the way.
I was going to
say,
and
they're great if you're so. Let's say your son goes to NAU, ASU, University of Arizona, right?
Grand Canyon, right?
Yeah, they need let's say English 102 they weren't able to get to this year. They can take it in the summer at MCC, and the price is reduced because the tuition is a fraction of what it is at the universities. But the credit transfers straight over to the university, so it's just like they took that class at the university, but they took it over the summer at MCC, and they're saving all that money as well.
From my experience, they should just call English 102 writing a research paper. That was the entire. I think that was the entire. You had to have something done by the midterm, and you were graded on that for your midterm. But then I think 85% of the grade was your paper itself.
And those core classes, and like math is we get a lot of people that like to take math over the summer because you'll take one class in the summer. Typically, that's what a lot of people do. You can take more, but if you want to focus on a tough subject, so let's say we all know math is tough for a lot of people. Summer's a great time to sign up and take those math core requirements, those math classes, because you can just focus on that one class. And you can get it done, and you can, if you want to transfer it to university, transfer it to all the state universities in Arizona. We have 20-plus partner universities those credits transfer directly to. So it's just a great way to get in there, get those classes knocked out, and save a lot of money.
I got to ask you something. The question came in via text about AI.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a concern in the college community? I mean, you're right there on the ground floor.
Yeah.
But writing a research paper using artificial intelligence or ChatGPT, is that a concern right now? And how is it being dealt with?
Yeah, worldwide higher ed, it's a concern. The one thing that they can do is the instructors essentially will know, and just like teachers anywhere, they know the student. They know, they've seen the student's
the
work.
aptitude.
Yeah, if all of a sudden they turn it in, it's gonna, and it doesn't sound like and doesn't reflect that student's work prior, then it's going to raise some red flags. They're going to take a look at it.
That's funny because I used to have an editor that, when I would write the news, and this doesn't sound like you. Where'd you get this from? Right? I know your writing style. So, no, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
And that's it. And there's other apps out there that people have tried, but, they're not successful. Apps as far as instructors trying to use AI to say, this was AI.
Oh, you mean like a
this.
Plagiarist check?
Yeah.
Really?
But the problem is there isn't an app yet that can do that with any reliability. I think they tested them and it was like 50-50.
Oh no, yeah, that's not
fair.
Up
in the air.
Yeah.
So you can't really use.
Yeah,
those.
you're going to send me to the review board on a 50-50 shot.
Yeah,
right.
But the instructors, know the students, and they'll be able to figure it out most likely.
Well, I know you're into Van Halen. I know you're into 80s rock, right?
Yeah.
So Jump. I mean, how could I go wrong with that?
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
A little DLR, David Lee Roth.
Yeah. Now, was this when he wasn't in Van Halen? Or was he in Van Halen when this came out?
He was in Van Halen when Jump came out. Yeah, for sure. No, Van Hagar was 5150 and on, I believe. Yeah. All right, back with more in a moment. We have James Jarman. He's here from Mohave Community College, the Executive Director of College Communications. How big is that font anyway on your business card?
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
You want to fit in those big titles.
Exactly. All right, give me a call if you want. Friends of the Fair, Delbert Days, and Grand Canyon Pro Rodeo tickets. I have general admission seats ×2 for Sunday. Give me a call, 928-854-5687. Stay with us. We'll be right back. So Chad Hansen chimed in and said meow. By the way, are you familiar with Super Troopers?
Yeah,
The movie?
Yeah.
Right. So here's something really funny, right? So I go to Kiwanis yesterday, and the guest speakers are from the Lake Havasu City Police Department. Two of them have beards.
Yeah?
They don't. This is a new thing.
Where they can have beards on the force?
Yeah, it's a new thing. Yeah. But if you looked at them from a distance, two of the officers, they look like two of the city cops that were
in the Super Troopers.
Yeah, because the city cops had beards, remember?
Yeah.
But the state guys, the staties that they were cutting the budget on or whatever, they did not have any facial hair. So, well, they have mustaches, so that's pretty funny. Anyway, Speak Out brought to you in part by Mohave Mortgage. Love those guys. Bradley Chevrolet and Bradley Ford. Meow. Also, Patio Paradise by Just Meats. All the cuts, all the time. A locally owned and operated butcher shop in Lake Havasu City. By Salmon's Air Conditioning, serving the tri-state area. Probably older than you, I think. They're 53 years old.
That's right at about the same age.
Right at the cusp?
Yeah.
Well, they're 1 year older than the London Bridge. Ask about Salmon's Superior Maintenance Plan. Also, our newest sponsor. Not sure if you tried these guys yet. Blonzie's Steakhouse.
Oh, yeah.
4501 London Bridge Road in Desert Hills. Steaks are just the beginning. They also feature the Prius. You'll love this. An all-veggie sandwich.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the Dr. Maria sandwich, right?
Yeah.
I think she
my
still
son
drives
likes veggie, too.
I think she still drives a Prius, too.
Does she? Oh, I don't know.
She did when she first got here,
yeah.
Anyway, Dr. Maria, if you're listening, we miss you here at Radio Central.
Yeah, and she's the, for those that don't know, she's the campus dean of student and community engagement at the Havasu campus.
That's longer than executive director of college communications.
Yeah.
I think it has more syllables, too.
So her font type on her card is much smaller.
Right. So back to there's an early college information session tonight.
Yeah, that is
Talk
tonight.
about timely.
Yeah, tonight at 5:00. So this is really what this is for parents, because it's never too early for your kids to start earning college credits or thinking about college. And our high school recruiters, they're going to have this information session tonight on Zoom. They're going to go over the various options that the college has for Mohave County K through 12 students. So they're going to talk about scholarships that they have for 8th graders and high schoolers that can take courses while in school. And students can also work towards a certificate or degree program of their choosing while they're in high school. MCC makes that jump for starting your future affordable, of course. I can talk about affordability. This really for parents and guardians. If you want the Zoom address, just go to mohave.edu, and then on the About tab, just hit the About tab, and you'll see the event calendar. And we have it on the event calendar. You can pull it up. The Zoom link is right there. If you want to, it's even easier if you go to mohave.edu, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the homepage. You'll see the news and events section. There's a calendar right there, and you'll see the early college info session. Click that, and it'll pull it up as well. You can click on the Zoom link there and join them at 5:00. But that's just a great option that the college offers. Of course, dual enrollment, a great option in high school for juniors and seniors. They can earn, if they want to and they want to put in the work, you can get an associate's degree. So you can get a college degree while you're in high school. And every year we have a few students doing that in Mohave County. They get their college degree before they get their high school diploma. So because our ceremony is usually a day or a week before all of the high school graduation ceremonies. So our graduation ceremony, they will be in that, and then they can go to their high school and say, hey, I already have a college degree. Right. Go ahead and give me this diploma now.
Right. Are you finding that, with MCC being in the community, as in the communities in all across Mohave County, including Colorado City, as long as it has, but especially in Kingman, Bullhead, Havasu, and then now with ASU at Lake Havasu, are you finding the mindset of the community the culture is starting to change a little bit? We didn't used to have a university or college minded culture here, in my opinion. I've been here over 30 years.
Yeah.
Are you finding the
change?
It's
slowly changing. I've been here 7 years, and then when I came out of the news business, came over to help promote higher education and MCC. One of the things I learned when I was doing a little bit of research in the area was that we're not here just to promote college and promote MCC. We're here to promote education in the community, and that education is really it's the key to breaking that poverty, breaking out of poverty. If you get the more education you have, the more you're going to open doors for yourself as far as careers go down the road. That's why we say learn more, earn more. And it's really true. And I think people are starting to realize, they're understanding now that not only do I need a diploma from high school, I need to graduate high school, I'm going to need more after that. And we're looking at, I think the stats are something like 70 to 80% of jobs, and it's increasing, require some sort of skills training and education after high school, and Mohave Community College is set up to help you enter the field. We have people who have gone out in and talked to industry and business leaders throughout the area, working with the chambers, finding out, all right, what skills do you need people to have in the workforce to make your business, make this industry successful, make the workers successful, and then we tailor the programs so that they can find good-paying jobs here locally, but they also have skills that if for some reason they need to leave the area, those skills, they've got the skills. They can go out and get another job in the region somewhere else.
And then slowly but surely, like the economic development people talk about, it brings up that jobs base.
Right, yeah.
Having those educated and qualified workers.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, and they'll tell you, it's really more in their arena, but talking with them, they'll tell you that, yes, we need an educated workforce because that's what anybody who's going to move into the area and bring their business here or bring their industry here, that's one of the first questions is what's the workforce like?
Yeah, absolutely. I know right now I would be qualified to be Blaze, right?
The mascot. Yeah, that's it.
I could go from radio to being Blaze. Yeah.
And we have parades. We have the parades coming up. We got a lot of events coming up. If you want to come down to the Capitol, actually this next Tuesday, we're going to be down at the Capitol because it's Capitol Workforce Day for the community colleges. All 10 community college districts from throughout the state of Arizona are going to be at the Capitol. So we'll be meeting with Leo, Sonny, and John, our representatives.
Right.
But we'll have a booth right out there in front of the Capitol along with the other colleges. And Blaze will be there.
Nice.
So if you want to be Blaze that day, you can always join us there from 9 to 2, and lunch is served. So you can go out there. We're going to be right there in the Bolin Plaza, right in front of the Senate and executive and legislative buildings, the House building. So just come down there next Tuesday, 9 to 2.
Hey, I appreciate the invite, but being Boomer one time was so traumatic. That costume was unbelievable.
And for those that don't know, Boomer was the old mascot. We're the Bighorns, Mohave Community College Bighorns. The old mascot suit, a little warm, really was made, I think, for Alaska, not for Arizona.
And Kathy Stubblefield was the one that gave it to me, right? Pulled it out of mothballs or whatever. And she warned me, you're going to need this vest. It's for your back and your chest to put ice packs in or frozen water bottles. And I went, what?
Yeah.
That's not my idea of being a mascot.
The new one, much lighter, and it has a fan in the head. So there you go.
Nice. Fan head. That's awesome, man. All right, back with more in a moment. We're gonna check in with the Bighorn Blast newscast.
Oh, yeah.
And something really cool if you go over to YouTube and type in, I think you can type it in the search, Bighorn Blast Podcast.
Yeah, you can.
It's powered by KNTR.
Yeah.
This show will be on there as well.
Yeah.
As soon as Marissa June sends it to you.
That's it. We'll upload it there, and everybody can hear this in perpetuity.
It sounds really good too, folks. It does. Even though I'm on it and James is on it, the sound quality is really, really good.
Yeah, YouTube helps out.
Despite the talent. Back with more in a moment. Stay with us. Congratulations to Marty. She picked up the last pair of rodeo tickets. So don't call in for rodeo tickets. You can call in if you have a question. It's 854-KNTR, 928-854-5687. Make this talk radio, not just listen radio. We'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, little Tina Turner, Brian Adams. Just showing James the flyer for Tina and the Motown Blossoms.
Yeah.
That show is tomorrow night, and general admission tickets $50, VIP $75. And call for more information. You're going to want to call the Havasu Community Health Foundation, 453-8190. 90 cents of every dollar donated supports your charitable program of choice. 90 cents. That's only 10% admin. That's outstanding. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Tina and the Motown Blossoms tomorrow night at the London Bridge Resort. Doors open at 6, concert at 7. All right, Speak Out brought to you in part by The Chair. Havasu-style dining and live entertainment in a flip-flop atmosphere. A fantastic view of London Bridge. Stroll on over to The Chair, where tonight you'll see Hollis Googe.
Oh.
This is my brother from another mother, man. He sits up there, plays bass, and just sings away, man. Me and Hollis and I, we go way back. All right, Springburg Wealth Management, also Mohave Community College. Thank you so much for that, by the way.
Yeah.
And your Bighorn Blast podcast.
That's it.
Powered by KNTR. Sun powered by Esme Electric, samsguns.com, and by Doritos Place, providing Havasu with all-natural dog and cat food along with pet toys since 2006. Don't forget, it's shop local, spend local, eat local, play local, and get a local education. Support your local community college, whether you're in Bullhead City, Kingman, or Lake Havasu City. Or if you want to cruise all the way,
City.
You want to commute to Colorado City, hey, that's on you, but it's a lot of driving time.
Stop off in Vegas, on your way up.
That's a whole nother animal up there, though. I saw it's in this Bighorn Blast newscast.
Yeah.
There's a clip there from Colorado City. It looks like a real family atmosphere up there.
Oh, yeah. They have so we have a couple of them in there. The MCC Shines event, that's I think the one you're referring to.
Yes.
Yeah, they had students from the local school there singing, and it's a great area up there. And I had joked when I had first went up to visit when I got here. I was like, I'm going to move my office up here.
Right.
It's just beautiful up there. You're right there at the edge of Zion, the national park there in Utah. So, and they're right on the border of Utah.
Right.
And it's just a pretty area there where they are.
Absolutely. You want to go to the newscast right now?
Yeah, we can show that. This is the newscast. For those of you that have listened in the past, you may know it as the Mohave Minutes newscast. We rebranded it, though, because we got some feedback from millennials and Gen Zers who thought Mohave Minutes, which was a reference, of course, to 60 Minutes, thought minutes meant
they didn't know
meeting minutes.
They didn't know what that was.
They thought it was something boring, so it wasn't engaging them. And so we changed it, rebranded it as the Bighorn Blast newscast, which coincided with the Bighorn Blast podcast. And so the newscast we do once a month for our board members really shows what the college has been up to, highlights some of the activities and events that have gone on over the past month.
Yeah, they were like, who the heck's Mike Wallace?
That's it.
Let's check it out. Here's the Bighorn Blast newscast for January.
First up, student success stories top off the winter season, starting with recent pinning ceremonies across the college campuses.
We are not meant to be boring here, okay? So I need to hear some noise. Let's hear it for the graduate.
Nursing assistant, registered nursing, phlebotomy, and paramedic students were honored for successfully completing their programs. Friends, family, and college employees were on hand to congratulate the students. These pinning ceremonies are always fun and emotional as they mark a significant moment in life, graduating from college and moving into a professional career, and for some, continuing their pursuit of a higher degree. The Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society inducted more outstanding students this winter. The city's vice mayor helped the Kingman chapter welcome 50 new members. Students are invited to join Phi Theta Kappa if they have a cumulative GPA of 3.5 and have earned at least 12 credit hours, or if they're in a professional skills certificate program and have earned 6 credit hours. For more information about the PTK Honor Society, contact the office of your local campus dean of student and community engagement. A great day at the Kingman campus as the pond restoration was completed and now open to the public. President Klippenstein noted the great teamwork by Associate Dean of Instruction Dr. Tanya Jackson and the college facilities team for their hard work to make this project a success.
So I wanted to say special thanks to her and to our facility staff again who's come around here for all of this incredible work. So if you can give Dr. Jackson and our facilities team and our applause.
A bench at the pond was also dedicated to former MCC employee and Kingman Rotary member Dan Messersmith. He passed away in October of 2022. The bench in his honor was made by the College Welding Program and painted by the College Auto Collision Program. North Mohave kicked off MCC Shines with music from local school children. The annual events on each campus are always a great time for community members and their families. Santa's the big draw for a lot of kids, as well as crafts, cookies, and other snacks. A huge thank you to all the employees and students who helped the communities ring in the holiday season with these great events. Speaking of great events, students and employees were a hit at the Bullhead City Boombox Parade. The annual Christmas season event is always a fun time. This year, the new mobile welding lab made an appearance in the parade, with employees and students dressed up as superheroes to help spread the word about the power of higher education. Keeping with the festive theme, the College Student Psychology Club, called Psyched Out, held 2 gingerbread house decorating contests. The events were on the Kingman and Bullhead City campuses, and community members, students, and employees put their building skills to the test. The overall winner was very happy. Congratulations to everyone. The Kingman Campus Art Club had a great time hosting its first Zosobra event. It's a tradition where people write down things that are troubling them and then burn them together to have them resolved so they can start fresh for the new year. Construction on the Mohave Village student housing project is moving along nicely at the Bullhead City campus. Workers now have the framework complete with walls going up, and they're putting in the windows. This is northwestern Arizona's first on-campus student housing, and it's scheduled to be completed this coming summer, ready for students to move in as they prepare for fall semester. And you may have noticed the College Mohave Minutes newscast has been renamed the Bighorn Blast Newscast. Be sure to head to mohave.edu to see the newscasts and upcoming Bighorn Blast podcasts. As always, stay up to date with college news and events on the college website and social media channels. And, of course, if you have a story idea, send it to mcc@mohave.edu, and you could see it right here on the next newscast.
Wow, there's the broadcast voice of James Jarman.
There we go. Yeah, get the broadcast bubble.
No, you go a little higher on the timbre. I tend to do that as well. It's an energy thing, right?
Yeah.
You got to put out 150% to get 100 back.
That's it. Yep. Well, yeah, and the podcast and the newscast, if you want to see them, so you can see the newscast, if you go to mohave.edu, the college website, scroll to the bottom, you'll see the 4 most recent stories.
Yeah.
And then if you click the View More link, it'll open up the newsroom, and you'll see the links to the Bighorn Blast podcast and the Bighorn Blast newscast, and we have those on our YouTube channel. But those are the quick ways to get there.
Folks, if you're from if you're from Kingman or Lake Havasu City and you haven't seen the student housing in Bullhead City, they just had a drone shot.
Yeah.
In that, go to the newscast and check that out.
Yeah.
Go to mohave.edu and check that. I drove by there, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and it was still framing.
Yeah. They're going fast.
What?
Yeah.
And it's all single story?
Yeah.
How many units?
About 60. It'll fit about 60 students.
Yeah.
And it's going to be slated to be done this summer, ready for the students to move in and be prepared for fall semester.
Is that unique, though, for a community college to have its own campus housing?
Some do. A lot. Well, I should say it's a lot do, and some don't. So what Mohave Community College has been is a commuter college, and there's a lot of community colleges that are commuter colleges. There's no student housing available. Those that do offer athletics, though, they have student housing, and if they're Division I athletics, like we are with the soccer team that is going to have its inaugural season starting this August, you need to have housing. And our coach, Camilo Valencia, will tell you, we can't recruit students if there's not going to be housing available for them because they have other schools that have soccer programs that have student housing. And so that was one reason to have the student housing. But we also have, like, our health care. Like at the Bullhead City campus, you have the dental program, you have the nursing program, the rad tech program. And a lot of those students are coming in from Nevada and coming in from other states. So there'll be housing available now for them. And with the cost of housing now that we see throughout the county, throughout the country really, it's difficult. So the housing here is affordable for the students. It's in line with what the rents are locally. So it's another option, and it's going to help the county by relieving that burden of the students taking up other apartments or other housing options.
Yeah, we don't even want to go into those increased costs right now. That's a really I need a Band-Aid and a Kleenex to cry in. All right, so the college though, the board, it's not the Board of Regents, it's the Board of
Governors.
Board of Governors is proposing raising tuition $3 per credit hour.
Actually, the college is recommending it to the board.
Okay.
And so the board would need to approve it if it happens. So yeah, and that's part of the cost going up everywhere. We haven't raised tuition in 7-8 years, right? So it's $81 a credit hour. So they'll raise it by $3. But what the college is also looking at doing is taking the tech fees, and there was a $7 tech fee per credit hour that was separate. Taking that and just moving that over and just saying this is in the tuition.
What's a tech fee? Is that for electronics?
Covers all the all the hardware, all the technology that the college has for the students, available for the students. For instance, we have laptops that the students can check out and use those laptops, and it's at no charge for the student. So fees like that to help the college support the students. But there's a $7 tech fee, right? So that was separate. But we're moving that over into tuition, and it's going to be lumped in with tuition. So although the tuition is going up, I shouldn't say the board still has to approve it. They've only had one reading. So next month, they made some suggestions. Next month, there's going to be a second reading. So if the board does approve the tuition increase, you would see the $3 increase going from $81 to $84, right?
That's nothing.
But then we'll put in we're moving the tech fee over there, so it'll actually go up to about $91, right?
That's so affordable.
Yeah, and it's still among the most affordable in the state. I think even with that increase, we're at the bottom of what community colleges in the state are charging for tuition, and it puts it more in line. And one of the things that the college heard, we talked to the student leadership at the college now when looking at the tuition and looking at the tech fees, and that was one of the things that the students brought up was the tech fee. And you'll hear it from students sometimes. I equate it to you book a hotel in Vegas, right? And they tell you it's $59 a night, and then you get the bill and the resort fees. It's $200. Well, not like that at the college, but if you were expecting to pay $81 per credit hour, and then you get your bill and there's an extra $7 per credit hour tagged onto it as a fee, you're like, that doesn't sound fair, right? So the college, for full transparency, is proposing let's move that tech fee right into tuition, so there's no question this is what you're going to pay.
So you mean like that free room on Christmas Eve? For me, that actually cost me $29.
Yeah.
It was a resort fee I had to pay. Okay, let's real quick. This is right in your wheelhouse, too, a branding refresh project.
Yeah. So with all of the changes, the new administration at the college that came in a few years back has reached out into the community, did the community research, found out what the community needs, has now come up with, of course, we have the Advanced Manufacturing Training Center that will be going in up in Kingman at the Kingman Airport, and that's going to serve the entire county. We'll have more on that coming up. I think we have a groundbreaking in March that's getting scheduled. And then our academic master plan calls for bachelor's degrees to start being rolled out in about 2025. And with all of the changes and additions and expansions that the college is doing now under the new administration, we looked at it from my office's standpoint and said, you know what, we need to look at the branding here, because especially when you're looking at adding bachelor's degrees, that is not typically thought of as a community college brand, right? And so we put some surveys out in the field. We surveyed the community members. We surveyed community leaders. We surveyed students and employees and asked them the main question, some of the core questions that we had, which was, does what we're doing really align with the brand that you think of when you think of Mohave Community College or community college in general? And, of course, everybody knows nationwide there's been a community college stigma. Since I was in high school, there's been a community college stigma. It's lesser than, the university or the four-year colleges. But it's not. Like I said earlier, our credits, our classes, they transfer straight over to the universities. So, but community colleges have been fighting that since community colleges came out, right?
Right.
So we're looking at, do we want to look at dropping the name community and just be Mohave College, perhaps? Or maybe there's another name. Maybe do we want to be Northwestern Arizona College?
Does Yavapai do that? Are they just Yavapai College?
There's all of the, except Coconino Community College up in Flagstaff, and the Maricopa Community College system, just about every other community college in Arizona has dropped community.
Yeah, it's kind of a given that you're a community college if you just say college, because you don't say university.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And university, to be a university, you have to offer graduate programs, have research facilities, and you can be a 4-year college where you offer just bachelor's degrees. So we're going to be offering associate degrees and bachelor's degrees when they roll out, and some community colleges in the state have started rolling out some of theirs. So ours I think are most likely going to focus on the healthcare field. Those will be the first ones that you'll see rolled out. But when we look at that, does Mohave Community College, does the current brand fit what we're going to be?
Right.
And so we're asking the community, and we're going to go to the board next month and say, here's what the community said. And by far, the survey results and the focus groups we had suggested, you need to drop community and move forward with, a new name to brand yourselves as, because we're offering more than what we used to offer.
Right.
We're going to be offering more.
Right.
So more to come on that, but it's a big project that we're looking at.
My wheels are turning right now because MC doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
It would have to be. I don't know.
That's something to think of.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you guys, your work cut out for you as far as branding goes.
Yeah.
If you're going to change that.
And really, it's branding, you want it to reflect. You want it to reflect what your product and services are.
Well, I got a surprise caller that's going to come on in the last segment.
All right.
And he's hosting a show tomorrow night down on Main Street.
Oh.
Yeah, big Broadway star who's coming to Main Street.
Who's that?
I can't tell you. You have to listen.
That's the tease.
That's why it's called a tease.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stay in your car. Even if you've arrived at your destination, stay there and listen to the radio for at least the next 5 minutes.
He does have a master's, though.
There you go.
In theater production, I believe it is.
Oh, awesome.
We'll get the skinny on that. James Jarman, thanks for being here.
All right. Thank you.